What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos and lives like these. That being said, let's get into it. Dimitri Bivol, undisputed light heavyweight champion. There's rumors of Dimitri Bivol being in negotiation with David, the monster, Benavidez, the Mexican monster Benavidez, a name he got from Mike Tyson. There's rumors of Bivol versus Benavidez in a big fight being planned and being finalized. But I also seen a post from Turkey Alashik saying if Bivol was smart, he wouldn't fight Benavidez. He wants Bivol to go in a third fight with Beterbiev. I don't know how true that post is. You know, people put shit out there on the internet. I haven't heard it from Turkey himself. Like, I haven't seen a video from Turkey. Maybe I'm a little behind on the situation, but me personally, I haven't seen a video from Turkey. But I did see a quote from Turkey saying, Bivol, if he was smart, he will negotiate with Arthur for the third fight and not pursue a Benavidez fight. So we'll see what happens. But this is a much more interesting fight. We've already seen Bivol versus, what's his name? Beterbiev fight twice already. And me personally, I'm not really interested in the third fight. The first two fights, both were controversial. You know, depending on whoever you like. Some people thought Bivol won the first fight. Some people thought Beterbiev won the second fight. So you see how controversial it was. But me personally, it's gonna come down to another controversial decision again. So I'm not really interested in it because that fight is just too close to call. It could go either way at any time. You know, it is what it is. It's time for them to move on. Both guys been undisputed. Bivol been undisputed. Beterbiev been undisputed. It's time for them to move on. You know, if they meet again, so be it. But I want to see a different fight before they fight again. And a different fight for undisputed Bivol versus Benavidez makes all the sense in the world. And the thing about this fight that makes all the sense in the world, these guys got history together. These guys were sparring partners at one time, you know. Benavidez, he's been in the ring with a lot of guys. He's been in the ring with what's his name? Triple G. And he's been in the ring with this guy, the undisputed light heavyweight champion right now, who is Dimitri Bivol. And he has a history with this guy because he wanted to fight Canelo, and Canelo has lost to Bivol. So this is an interesting fight. The guy that beat Canelo versus the guy that Canelo is ducking, according to everybody. So the winner of that fight can make a big Canelo fight if Canelo could get past Bud Crawford, which Canelo may never get past Bud Crawford. I see him losing to Bud Crawford twice, in my opinion. And I see him fighting Bud Crawford either 2 times or 3 times. I don't think he makes it to any of these guys at 175. Canelo's a guy who started at 140. He has no business even being at 168, let alone 175. So we may never get these fights. Let's just be real. So you guys are doing wishful thinking. Great, but reality needs to set in. We're not going to see Canelo at 75 fighting these guys. But let's get back to this fight. Bivol versus Benavidez. I seen a guy on Joe Rogan podcast, right? This guy was talking about this sparring session. He said he was there. And he said the hardest punch he's ever seen was Bivol dropping Benavidez. It sounded too good to be true. I didn't actually believe it. But the guy, people were saying the guy retracted his statement where he said, no, I got it wrong. It wasn't Bivol dropping Benavidez. It was Benavidez dropping Bivol. I mean, that makes more sense. You know, a lot of guys live off of sparring story, like a guy like Devin Haney. He used to live off a lot of sparring story. I mean, Devin Haney even had a sparring story where he said he retired Floyd Mayweather. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. You retired Floyd Mayweather. Okay. It is what it is. At the end of the day, sparring is sparring and fighting is fighting, you know. These guys can't live off sparring stories, so they're going to have to be put to the test. But you know what's crazy about this fight? A lot of people are going to be picking Bivol to beat Benavidez. Me personally, I'm not a guy to just go with the crowd. I'm the guy to tell people this fight is going to be much closer than y'all think. There's a possibility Benavidez could potentially win this fight. You know, I haven't officially made my pick, but after his performance versus David Morrell, who I view as a pound-for-pound talent, I think David Morrell is really that good, but I think he may have, you know, stepped up in competition too early versus Benavidez, and Benavidez was able to weather that storm. Benavidez has some solid names on his resume now, honestly. Guys like Voshchev, Oleksandr Voshchev, Dimitri, what's his name? Demetrius Andrade. Come on. Nobody beat Demetrius Andrade before. He was undefeated. And he got stopped by Benavidez. So, Benavidez is actually building a solid resume. A very solid resume. With a win over Bivol, he definitely become a pound-for-pound talent fighter. And people are talking about Benavidez potentially finishing his career at heavyweight. We all know he started at heavyweight when he was younger, but he moved down in weight. So he's really a big dude that moved down to 168. But it is what it is, you know. If we're going to weigh the same amount on fight night, I don't care how high you fought before. As long as you weigh in my weight, you're in my weight class, so it's my job to beat you. But like I said, guys, I would rather see this fight than the rematch with Beterbiev and Bivol. And me personally, I think this is a very competitive fight. I disagree with everybody thinking Bivol beats Benavidez easy. I don't see it. I think it's a very competitive fight. But I'd rather see that fight, and I want to see Benavidez stand on everything that's being talked about that happened in sparring, because whenever Benavidez is asked about Bivol, he sounds very confident, like he could beat him because of that sparring session they had when they sparred back in the day. So we want to see if he could put that to the test. So I would love to see that fight, and honestly, like I said, me personally, I'm not counting Benavidez out. I honestly see him beating Bivol. For real. I see him beating Bivol. But that's not my final pick, but I do see it happening, though. I mean, it is what it is. We'll wait till the fight happens. Anyway, it's your boy No Credit, and I'm out.